Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Blog Talk Radio's The Incoherent Ramblings of C&E. Christopher and Eric are your hosts, coming to you live from Greensboro, North Carolina, as we do every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Our intro music is provided from the Podshow PodSafe Music Network. Check it out at music.podshow.com. Also, feel free to email your topics for discussion, suggestions, and comments to incoherentramblings@live.com. Hello, today is May the 7th. This is Christopher.
This is Eric.
Welcome to the Incoherent Ramblings of C&E. You're in the internationally famous C&E studios.
That's right. If you want to call in today, you can reach us at 646-716-6928.
And you can go to blogtalkradio.com/incoherent ramblings. And if you're listening right now and not by phone, you probably already know that address. Social networking connectivities. Telephone,
Facebook, MySpace,
Twitter.
Twitter.
I didn't twit any extra this week.
I didn't either.
I apologize.
We promised our listeners that we would tweet.
I didn't
tweet once.
I did once.
I didn't tweet once.
Well, at least we got one out there. And we tweeted this show.
I'm still a tweet version.
So, and I'm looking out the window, and we yet again have a throng of listeners.
Yes.
Listening live out in the field.
Tailgating.
Visiting
with our mascot, Bella.
Yes. Bella is outside today. She's not in with us. She's out enjoying the nice spring day.
Well, we promised news stories today from the vault.
Yes.
Stories that we, in previous weeks, didn't get to.
Yes, from Eric's vault.
But in my research this week,
Eric could not resist himself.
I did find some stories that I thought were newsworthy and didn't want to, get behind again.
You don't want to get behind, and you don't want to perhaps keep something that's new and fresh from our listeners.
Exactly.
They depend on us for that.
They come here to hear the news first.
They do. Well, and this is true because we have found that other shows are copying us. They are mimicking it. And it doesn't bother me because, the old saying,
how's the saying go?
It's so old. I need to preface something real quick. I have worked 23 hours and 60 minutes in the past 30 hours, so I'm pretty tired. So something is the best form of flattery, something like that. So I was flattered.
Mimicking, maybe, or no?
Imitation.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
Well, we were imitated.
Yes.
It is a local radio show, but
probably a few more listeners.
But in fairness, probably a few more live.
Right.
I don't want to discount our people who listen after the fact, but they definitely have more live listeners.
Yes.
Because you and I both listen.
Only because their time's live.
Exactly. And they talk about food a lot more than we do.
Yes, and there's nothing wrong with that.
So, but they did actually mimic us. They imitated us. They actually have used some of our material.
Yes, they did.
So
our sound clips.
I am flattered.
Yes,
personally. And if they're listening, if Mr.
You think they stole your name?
Oh, they. I'm thinking that they have.
Oh, there might be two guys on there that show your name.
I think that they have. So if I almost said his real name, and I'm glad that I didn't, because that would have sounded arrogant and also rude.
Yes.
If
that's not what we're about.
No. If either Chris or Lady D, or any of those guys are listening, and you want some more material, please contact us.
Feel free to use it.
Send us an email at incoherentramblings@live.com, or just use it.
Yeah, just use it. You don't have our permission.
No, not at all. We're not like that.
No.
So we have a great show.
Someday we may want to use something from their show.
We may, and I'm sure they will reciprocate in kind.
Certain of it.
I'm sure Clear Channel won't have a problem with that.
But speaking of that story,
Uh-huh.
We've had in the past several weeks, several stories about, not hover around in general, although there are unofficial company.
There are mobility experts.
Yeah, they are definitely our show's mobility experts.
When we need clarification or information on mobility, we go to them.
Because they're the number one source.
They are the number one source, without a doubt.
Like I said, unofficial. You want to play a commercial for? I think they deserve.
I think they deserve a little plug.
Yes.
Hey, Bernice and Joy, tell everyone which power wheelchair got you to the Grand Canyon.
Hover round. Now I'm free to see the world.
With a hover round.
Free to see the world.
Yes. That brings a tear to my eye.
It does.
And joy to my heart.
Well, for like 3 weeks straight now, we've had a story that's involved.
I believe longer than that.
Maybe
we even had the lawnmowers with the bar stool on.
That is true. Maybe 4 weeks straight.
Anyhow, it's a trend.
The runaway.
Yes.
The one that. Yes, I think you're right. This will be our fourth story now.
There was the bar stool. The lady who
fell asleep and went like 5 miles.
Yes.
Who fell asleep and
the deputy had to drive it back.
Yes.
People were waving and honking.
And then we had a story about the guy who took the wrong turn, was going 8 miles an hour.
Yes.
On the highway on his mobility scooter of some sort.
So here we are, 4 weeks in a row.
4 weeks in a row.
Yes.
Glad to keep the streak running.
Exactly.
Speeding fine issued for 8 mile an hour scooter. A disabled grandmother spoke of her shock yesterday after receiving a speeding ticket accusing her of traveling at 41 miles per hour on her mobility scooter. Janice Carrick was told a roadside camera had caught her exceeding the 30 mile per hour limit on her 12-volt electric scooter, which has a top speed of 8 miles per hour. It must have been going downhill.
Wow.
At the time of the alleged incident, McCarrick's vehicle was in for repairs and was attending a hospital appointment almost 40 miles away.
Wow. Okay.
It was thought the mix-up may have been the result of someone's cloning a plate number, but anyway, that's it. She really wasn't guilty of it. There really is not a mobility scooter going 41 miles per hour.
Well, the guy with the bar stool on the lawnmower, I think he was clocked at well over 30, so he was pushing them a little.
But would you call that a mobility scooter?
I would call that perhaps a drunk's mobility scooter, because he was drunk.
Yes, he was.
And he got a DUI. I guess it would be kind of like a homemade mobility scooter. Same concept.
Yes. I have several segues now to go from that story.
We do.
We could either go, the guy was arrested drunk on the other mobility scooter.
Right.
I've got a guy that was drunk, that was arrested for some drunk riding as well.
I like the one that talks about the speeding.
Yes, well, I also have a story about speeding cameras.
I think.
So we'll go to that.
That's a good segue. Because we can always come back. Drunks always fit in.
They always pop up in our stories. I
Yes.
have to agree. So, the boss of a speed camera firm has been banned from driving for 6 months after admitting speeding at more than 100 miles per hour on a 70 mile per hour road. He's 40. His name's Tom Rail. He's 49. He's the chief executive of the company, which has provided more than 5,000 speed cameras. He appeared in court and pled guilty to driving at 102 miles per hour after being caught on one of his own cameras.
It was one of his company's cameras?
Yes, one of his own cameras. He understands the court's decision and recognizes speeding is not acceptable. He very much regrets what happened and has made a full apology to court.
You would have thought he would have had some pull.
Yep. The company prides itself on providing robust evidence of driver speeding.
I guess he had to plead guilty. Because it would have been discrediting his own company's equipment. So he really probably
which obviously aren't always 100% accurate.
Right.
I wonder if he was driving a mobility scooter
at 102.
At 102.
If so, I pray to God that Bernice and Joy don't get a hold of that unit.
That's around next model.
Right. They might actually not make it. They might actually go into the Grand Canyon.
I saw another story. I didn't get a chance to research it, so maybe we'll say that for next week.
Okay.
That involves mobility scooters and another large.
They're in the news.
Company right now. So.
They are in the news.
Yeah. So, anyway, I got some good news this week too, not just funny news.
Well,
I had to start off with a hover.
We had to. I mean, because...
Hey, Bernice and Joy, tell everyone which power wheelchair got you to the Grand Canyon.
I'm around. Now I'm free to see the world.
With a hover.
Inspirational. Free to see the world.
Thank you for... that was a perfect word.
Inspirational. So I have 3 good stories. I want to let you read some. First, I'll let you read that one.
Okay.
That's not a great one. I save the good ones for myself.
This Eric is so giving. I appreciate that. So here we have grandmas are in the news a lot.
Yes, they are.
Grandmothers they're either on mobility scooters,
beating up burglars,
or driving drunk with their kids and grandchildren.
Teaching lessons.
Exactly. Teaching them life lessons.
Yes.
Well, here, girls saved Grandma from fire. So we're reciprocating something here. Grandmother probably started.
These aren't funny. These are. I'll talk them around. But these aren't funny stories here. We try to have some sort of a format change on our show,
right,
where we would start reading at least 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 good stories a week.
Uplifting. Inspirational.
Yes. Maybe not as inspirational as other around, but
right. We can only aspire.
Bring in some good news.
Exactly. 2 girls benefit from fire safety training and rescue their grandmother from a fire at their Staten Island home last week. The New York City Fire Department named Michelle Corley, 9 years old, and her sister Alyssa, 7, honorary junior fire chiefs due to their quick thinking. When a fire started on the first floor of their home, the sisters knew exactly what to do to get their 51-year-old grandmother out of the house.
Stop, drop, and roll?
We went outside with our grandma and we got our neighbor, young Alyssa recounted. Only hours before the fire, the girls had attended a fire safety lecture at their public school. Michelle said the course taught them to stay against the wall and stay low and get out.
Get out.
That is a good story, and if 7, 9 years old being quick on their toes, that is. But I'm not trying to discredit the story too much, but the grandmother was 51.
Right.
Unless she was disabled on the hover-round that was needed charging.
What concerns I have is, did they say grandma was upstairs?
Yeah.
Were they taught in the training, fire safety training, that there's a fire, to go upstairs and then go out? Or is it just to get out?
Just get out. Stay against the wall, stay low, and get out.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know. Maybe it was brave on their part to go with their grandmother, but
maybe she was asleep, and they awoke her and got her outside. Anyhow, quick thing, they had just went to their fire safety training.
Great timing.
And they put it to use.
Yes.
So cheers to Alyssa and Michelle.
So I've got a good news story from our own state of North Carolina, from Blowing Rock.
Okay.
And I thought this was really good.
A city which I frequent.
Do you?
I do.
I don't know if you know a local bartender there.
No. I mean, I probably know them all.
Since you've sworn off drinking for the last 20-plus years. But there's a bartender there, and I'm trying to find his name here because it's a long story, and I should have pre-read this. Let's see here. Doc Henley.
Doc Henley.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Doc.
Yes. He is a bartender in Blowing Rock, and he found out about the need for clean drinking water in foreign countries.
Mm-hmm.
A scarcity, people dying because of the lack of clean drinking water.
Dehydration?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's come up with a way to raise money and provide water to these needy folks. And he basically what he does is he hosts, I guess after the bars close or off hours or whatever, he has wine tastings.
Mm-hmm.
And then to spread the word of the need to raise funds for this particular cause. And he calls it Wine to Water.
Wine to Water, oh.
Which I thought was a catchy name.
Yeah, it is.
And he's raised enough money to provide a lot of water to more than 25,000 individuals in refugee camps.
Awesome.
So, and this is a long story, and I'm paraphrasing a lot, but he's actually visited the Sudan and several other areas back in 2004, and it's been going on for some time now. But I thought that was a good story for just a local.
That is. One person trying to make a difference. It is.
It is.
And
it's a simple idea.
Quick little plug for Blowing Rock.
Mm-hmm.
Go there. If you're in North Carolina or in the surrounding states, it's a beautiful little town.
What do you like to do there besides visiting Doc?
Well, Doc and I hang out, shoot the breeze. No. Well,
turn wine to water.
We do turn wine to water. Actually, there is kind of like you can go at certain times when it's really busy. Certainly in the fall, if it's a beautiful fall day, it's crazy. But there's some neat little shops that you can go there. They're on Main Street and a few off of Main Street. There is Bass Lake that you can go and walk around. You can also go to the Moses Cone Manor. You can actually go to the Blowing Rock, which I don't find very exciting, but that's what the town's named after. But they have a lot of really good restaurants, I think, with good food. My favorite one just escaped me, the name of it, but it's unbelievably fresh and awesome food, and it's just got a really nice feel to the town. And there's a Kilwins there where you can eat some awesome ice cream.
Awesome.
I don't like ice cream, but if I were going to eat it, I would eat theirs. And there's a cool little park back behind Main Street with a small little pond with some trout. It's laid back and relaxed, and it's an enjoyable town.
All right. But for a 30-year-old, I thought that was doing something strong.
Absolutely.
He said he first learned about the world's water crisis when he took a break from college and his job as a barkeep to travel the world. He began learning that he basically became floored that at least 1 in 6 people worldwide lack access to adequate water or safe water for drinking or hygiene. He put the plan into action, raised some funds, was just going to give the money to an organization that provides water, and they convinced him to travel to the Sudan himself, which he did. He got to see the people living in those conditions and whatnot. To date, like I said, his group has worked in 5 developing countries, including India, bringing safe drinking water to more than 25,000 individuals, refugee camps, orphanages, schools, hospitals, and leper colonies. Which reminds me of Joe Preston.
Leprechauns?
Leper colonies.
Oh, leper colonies.
Leper colonies.
Okay.
Not leprechauns, leper colonies. Which reminds me of Joe Preston last week.
Let's don't go there. Not at least during the good section.
In the face of overwhelming global crisis, Henley says his work may be a drop in the bucket, but to him it's nothing short of a miracle. So, anyway.
Good for him.
Yeah.
I'm trying really, really hard to stay to ignore the word Sudan and not get on my Darfur high horse. But you know what? Really, even the absolute poorest, most destitute person here in America, with very few exceptions, has it better than a lot of people around the world. We can't even comprehend it. I mean, our homeless, no, this isn't true of all of them, but our homeless, as pitiful and as sad as the situation is, and as much as we would like to eradicate it, they do have access to help. Most of them do. Health care, clothing, shelter, food. Most of the time, and there are people in the world that would consider that, luxury.
Yes. Because
they don't have literally anything.
Right.
So this guy went and actually put himself in the middle of it and saw the need, and then decided to actually do something about it. And I think that's an awesome story. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
Here's a story about one of your good friends I know in the news this week, Chris.
We talked about this earlier. A family man. He's a great family man.
He is.
William Smith. I call him Will.
Well, you're all on a first name basis.
Yes, we are. He gets honored.
You all stay at the same hotel, don't you?
Yes, we do. When we're visiting various spots around the world, we usually stay in the same hotel. He gets honored by the Simon Wiesenthal Center in 2009 with a humanitarian award with his wife and kids. And they praise the actor as a great family man. And he is a great family man. He has been honored with this award from a Jewish human rights organization. The Simon Wiesenthal Center presented the Hollywood star with its highest honor, the 2009 Humanitarian Award. The center admires Smith's commitment to education, cultural diversity, and social responsibility. The center is dedicated to generating change through education by confronting anti-Semitism, hate, and terrorism, and promoting human rights. I came down and saw the museum, and I just really wanted to be part of supporting what it means and what it stands for, and I had such a fantastic experience, said Will. The award was presented to Smith's Hancock co-star, Charlize Theron. She said, "I've never actually met anybody like Will. I've never met anybody who has the effect that he has on people. And putting all that aside, we all know that he opens movies like nobody's business, so it doesn't get any bigger than this guy. And if that's not enough to make your mouth drop, he is one of the most genuine people you'll ever meet." So
I'll just do that in there just because, like I said, the personal contact you have with him.
Exactly. Yeah, I like this little clip here at the bottom. It says, "Did you ever before hear of a rapper receiving a humanitarian award?"
I did. I thought that was good too.
That's a good point. Well, I'm glad you brought this to my attention. You know, we talked about it on the phone earlier, but it was neat to see it in print.
Here's another good story. This is probably one that you should read too because it involves dogs, so I know how much of a dog lover you are.
Right.
But dog defends owners from mountain lion. This happened in California on May 6th.
Mm-hmm.
Mountain lion attacked a family. The dog came to the rescue in the mountains near Santa Ana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The dog was severely mauled in the stomach area and rushed to a veterinary hospital for surgery. The Orange County Sheriff's spokesman, or deputy, spokesman Jim Moriano, the 5-year-old black Labrador mix named Hoagie underwent a 4 operation, was expected to survive, he said. William Morris told KABC-TV that he was hiking with his wife near a campground in the Cleveland National Forest about 10 miles from Lake Elsinore when a 120-pound mountain lion approached. Out of nowhere, a mountain lion just charged us, attacked us, and my dog saved our lives. He said the attack lasted less than 10 seconds and left the dog with deep wounds. The dog put up a vicious fight. I'm sure the lion was hurt too, he said. So Moore said he was traumatized by the attack and will never return to the campground where he and his wife had been hiking for years.
No.
And the sheriffs
I disagree.
have not yet found the mountain lion. Yeah, what's the chance of it? Lightning doesn't strike twice.
But you can't hit a hole in one twice if you're blind and only have one arm.
That's right.
Yeah, that is interesting. You know, Bella, when I walk with her, she rarely pays any attention to anything that could affect me. I think until a couple months ago, I was walking and a questionable-looking figure was walking through our neighborhood, and it was late at night. And from the time she saw this individual, she did not leave her eyes off of him until he was out of her sight. And she didn't look at me or anything. She has her, and dogs are good like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a cool story.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's all I have for our good news.
Okay.
I got a couple more newsworthy recent stories, and then we'll dig into the vault.
Okay.
Okay. Maybe the first half will be
New. And then
the
30
second
minutes
half
of
will
vault.
be vault. So,
Exactly.
here we go. Police in Greece say robbers near Athens have got away with everything, including the kitchen sink, lifting a prefabricated home off its foundation and spiriting it away. Police say the owner went to visit his 70-square-foot vacation home on Monday in the coastal area of Rafina and discovered it was missing, along with its contents. Police said on Wednesday they think the thieves used a crane to load the structure onto a trailer. They have been unable to locate the missing building. Thousands of Athenians, including Greece Prime Minister Keskets Kamaru, I can't say it, have vacation properties in Rafina.
Are you sure that it was 70 square foot?
No, I'm sorry, 70 square meters.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking
that would be tiny house.
that would be like a porta-john.
70 square meter vacation.
Okay.
Home.
Okay.
70 square meter. I didn't misspeak.
That
would be tiny. That would be smaller than this room.
Well, much. No, but not well. Just it seems
it'd be a 10 by 7.
Not that small.
No, it'd be a 10 by 7 house.
Yeah. In this quarter, we have the bathroom.
just go on the floor. Yeah. So, well, I mean, you've heard of people coming home and their house being empty.
Yes.
Furniture, clothing, even the toothbrush, everything gone. But I've never heard of someone coming home and their house being gone. Yes.
Yeah.
It's humorous, unfortunate for him, but it's still kind of funny.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Yeah. So, speaking of funny stories, here's another. 2 identical twin brothers have married 2 identical twin sisters in a joint wedding ceremony in China. The 2 couples look so much alike that members of their own family struggle to tell them apart. One brother, Yang Kang, 23, met and fell in love with one of the sisters, Zhang Zhang. I'm sure I got that just right. At work, at Zuxu. I'm sorry. Reports People's Daily. The other couple, brother Ying Guan and sister Yang Yun, met at their engagement party and instantly fell for each other. When we told our respective parents, they agreed instantly, saying that this is a symbol of great luck, said Ying Kang. And Ying Kang said he had only mixed up the sisters once. We were buying marriage stuff together, and I accidentally held my fiance's sister's hand while she also mistook me for my brother. I only realized my mistake when my brother ran over and split us up. So.
They might have problems in the future.
Yeah.
My father, it's not twins. If they have children, the children will be technically double first cousins. Mm-hmm. My father's father and his father's brother mm-hmm. both married 2 sisters. So the offspring of each one of those unions were double first cousins. First cousins, I mean, obviously, by each parent. So that's kind of a interesting story. But here, they're actual identical twins. That's
just in Kentucky.
People always confuse that. Yeah. The brothers and the people that marry you weren't really.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, best of luck to Don T. Kang and Yin Yang and Yang and Yang Kang. I'm so happy for the 4 of them.
Yes. Let's just hope they can keep each other straight.
Yes. So.
I don't have a good feeling about it. I wish them luck, but
You think there's going to be some?
I think there's going to be some unintentional hanky-panky going on.
Oh, unintentional.
Yeah. I think just completely mistaken.
Well, how could? Oh, well.
Under the cover of night,
Yeah, but surely they can get their houses right.
They live together.
They're going to live in identical. Oh, they live together?
Yeah.
Oh.
I guess they.
I don't think that. I'm sure they have separate homes. They just got married together.
Oh, okay. Well, they're doing they're shopping together. They were obviously born together.
Yes, that's right.
They were born together. They're twins.
Yep.
So I don't know. Anyhow.
So.
The potential is there.
Yes. I have another next story.
I didn't know you were so fluent in the Chinese language.
Well, I think that's evident now after that last story.
I think all the fortunes that you've read has really improved your Chinese. I'm impressed.
Well, if you read the back of all those fortune cookies, it explains to you.
It says speak Chinese. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then when I went to school at Smith High School,
mm-hmm.
known for its academic excellence,
and therefore it's foreign language program. Yes.
Yes. I was taking calculus mm-hmm. or algebra there. I was taking algebra there, mm-hmm. and they were teaching adding and subtraction in algebra. Mm-hmm. And several of the other students that were in my class were suffering a bit. And at this point, this is, of course, I'm in the 11th grade now. Mm-hmm. I had mastered adding and subtraction prior to this class.
Right.
So I found it boring.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that was sitting in front of me, she was Chinese.
Mm-hmm.
And she taught me how to write in Chinese.
Oh.
I must have picked up the language from her, too.
You must have.
Unbeknownst to me.
I have an acquaintance, a friend of a friend of a friend. His name is Jimmy Lowe.
Mm-hmm.
He actually lives in Atlanta. He is Chinese, and he's fluent in Mandarin and two other Chinese tongues that I can't remember the name of, and also English and also French. And I closed my eyes. I thought it was Jimmy speaking.
Well,
that's how close it was.
Well,
I'm
blushing now.
Yeah.
My cousin, my father's brother's son, is a linguist at the Pentagon.
Oh.
And he speaks and writes 7 languages fluently.
Wow.
But I don't know which ones.
He could become the Pope.
He could.
No. Or Dikembe Mutombo? No. Akim Olajuwon, I think, is fluent in 14 languages, which blows my mind.
Wow.
My manager at my place of work is fluent in whatever the native tongue of Nigeria is. He's fluent in Swahili, German, English, and I believe Austrian. 5 languages he is fluent in.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it is.
So speaking of German, I have a story straight from Germany that we have some audio from. One of our listeners from Germany.
Do you want to read the story first? I think to
yeah, but the background, the audio perhaps.
Yes.
So, German police said an elderly man was so annoyed at hearing the same serenade over and over that he called authorities to report his neighbors, only to discover the culprit was a musical greeting card on his own windowsill.
Wow.
Police said Tuesday the 82-year-old Goslar in central Germany told officers he was sick of the music, and he would that would come at irregular intervals at all hours. Upon further investigation, police found that the musical greeting card on his windowsill, where occasional breezes opened the card just enough to play the irritating tune.
Wow. So, and this story was sent to you by a listener in Germany.
Yes.
And they sent us an actual soundbite.
Yes.
And
of that greeting card.
Of the greeting card.
Of the greeting card that was in question.
Exactly. So here we have
that he thought was his neighbor's.
Yeah. And he essentially called the police on himself.
And after hearing this clip, I'm thinking to myself, I could hear this. I could listen to this song at all hours, at any time. I would never get sick of it myself.
I would not either. This is an amazing song.
Generation difference between
he's 82, and we're much younger, and it's really a great song. So here we go. This is from Germany. The actual greeting card soundbite sent to us from a German listener accompanying this story.
Und auch mal lang, und alle singen welch ein Klang. Happy, happy birthday, welch schöner Tag. Happy, happy birthday, oh wie ich dich mag. Happy, happy birthday, welch schöner Tag. Happy, happy birthday, oh wie ich
We'll be shooting hogs. That just says it all.
German too. Chinese and German. I'm telling you what, the people over at Smith have done a good job with you.
Yes.
That is audio sent to us from Germany, from a German listener to go with the story.
That was Germany a copy of that, didn't you?
Yeah.
I would play that in the car on the way home.
Yeah, that was in his birthday card.
Yeah.
That he had received from somebody. He probably doesn't like that person, to be honest with you. If you received that card and it made him that angry.
Or maybe he didn't even open it. Maybe he just sat on his windowsill. Because then you think if he opened the card and heard that song one time, he'd know, hey, I remember that.
That's my birthday card, yeah. And so he must not have been familiar with the song.
Or he's a little senile.
I mean, maybe a little senile, yeah. So, anyhow.
Obviously doesn't have any taste in music.
No, obviously not. I mean, we were muted while this was playing, but I mean, Eric and I were in here, we were doing like square dancing.
Yeah.
We were tapping our feet and snapping our fingers.
The national dance of Germany. Square dance.
I wore some shorts with some suspenders. And, it was pretty awesome.
My dress socks up to my knees.
Yes. With your Birkenstocks. Oh, we love stereotypes. We're not offended by them. But we appreciate our listener in Germany sent us that story. That was a great story.
Tonight. We're having sauerkraut. Sauerkraut and some lo mein. Yeah.
Together.
Some fortune cookies.
Oh boy.
So.
Anyway. Well, excellent.
Well, thanks for the audio to our listeners in Germany.
Yes, absolutely.
And Guten Tag.
I believe they're I don't know this because we're not on a first name basis with these listeners, but they're probably in the military. That'd be my guess. Send us this clip. So their English was very fluent. Either that or the German schools are far ahead of Smith High School. one of the two. So that was good. Well,
obviously the greeting cards are far superior in Germany.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm just wondering for a little update.
Hey, Bernice and Joy, tell everyone which power wheelchair got you to the Grand Canyon.
I'm around. Now I'm free to see the world.
Free to see the world.
Yes, indeed. And part of the world is Germany. So if you had a hover around, you would be free to see, in essence, Germany and everywhere else in the world. Yeah, so
in China.
In China, yeah.
You think it'll be a Great Wall? Might take you a while, 8 miles an hour, but
someone told me that China. I have as much as I research and Google like everything, I've never actually looked this up. But it was at a work situation where it was kind of like crucial to the meetings we were setting up. Someone told me that China spanned 11 time zones.
Wow.
I do know that China and Mongolia and all that is a ginormous area, a vast amount of area. However, that just seems unreal. But if you look at China compared to the United States of America, it dwarfs America. So maybe it's possible. I don't know. Anyhow,
speaking of information that kind of obscure information that you Google and whatnot. In fact, I should credit the show that we mentioned earlier.
Okay.
I heard this information on that, and my daughter and I were shopping for some gym shoes last week at Carnival Shoe Store.
Carnival.
And
the Carnival is currently in town.
Yes.
Too, by the way.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, the GYC.
I did not know that.
Over there at the Coliseum parking lot.
Good to know. Yes. There's an event update.
Event update.
Exactly. If you're in
Greensboro or Guilford County, surrounding area, come support
Alamance, Randolph.
The Greensboro Youth Calendar Carnival. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I actually saw on my way home from an errand.
The bearded woman.
The bearded woman. No. The bearded man.
The bearded man.
The stripeless zebra. I think it was just a horse. I don't know. But there was a sign. I'm not making this up. It said chicken on a stick and corn dogs.
Everybody's stealing our idea. I'm telling you, we should license
chicken on a stick.
Christopher and I are known for our meat on a stick.
Yes, this chicken on a stick, corn dog, which is also breaded meat on a stick, and French fries.
Now, next year, if they have bratwurst on a stick,
double
wrapped in bacon,
yes, we're suing.
then we're going to sue.
We're going to shut them down. They will no longer get a plug from us.
Because that is our signature meal.
That is blatant.
That and your Doritos crusted steak on a stick. That's.
I can't even express to you how much I'm looking forward to camping.
I know. Memorial Day weekend.
Because I really make an effort to eat healthy, except for the massive amounts of ice cream that I eat. And I have Doritos once a year. And those fiery habanero Doritos, I don't care even if you don't like super spicy stuff. They really are. You eat them.
I eat them.
They are absolutely delicious. And if you encrust a New York strip in those, well, along with some garlic powder first, and then put those, and then cook them on a stick over the fire, it is truly a wonderful thing. Oh, I need to stop talking about food. Okay, I interrupted your story. I'm sorry.
Carnival shoes.
Carnival shoes. There you go.
We were shopping for shoes for my daughter at Carnival Shoes, and we're back in the discount section because, you know, I'm a frugal shopper.
Yes.
And find her the perfect pair of shoes. They happen to be in her size, and we're back there looking, and Megan goes, Daddy, they're asking questions about presidents. Do you know anything about presidents? And Megan, I know everything about presidents. And I said, well, and so there's a guy at a podium up there, and he's shouting out questions for different things. And the question that he had shouted out was, who was the first president to get stuck in a bathtub? Do you happen to know the answer?
Actually, I do.
There's like 30 people up there, and they're shouting all these different names. And I won't spoil it if you know it.
Oh, man. I actually, it's somewhere in my data bank, and I can't pull it out.
Well, I said, Megan goes, Daddy, do you know the answer? I said, yeah, it's Taft.
Yep. Yes.
And she says, well, tell him. And I just yelled out from the back of the store, Taft. And the guy looks up and he says, winner right over there. And we came up there, and then she got to spin a wheel, and she won $1 off and an additional spin, and she spun it again, and she got $3 off. And he didn't have a $4 off certificate, so he gave us $5 off the shoes.
So you were already in the clearance section in the first place.
Right.
So they basically paid you to take these shoes.
So then, as we're getting ready to walk, we're walking back, I wanted to go price some Timberland loafers. And we're,
some Timbs?
Yeah, they're a little out of my price range for right now. And as we're walking back from there, they said, buy one shoe, get the second shoe half off. Well, so let me walk over. I'll get some running shoes myself. So I walked over to the clearance section for the adults, found a pair of shoes for myself. We got two pair. I got Adidas running shoes. She got Nike gym shoes with the discount from the Taft, knowing the Taft answer, and getting to buy one at half price, $30 for both shoes.
Now that is a good deal.
$15 a pair.
That is an excellent deal.
So I thought that was pretty good.
Money-saving tips.
Because both were at $45, marked down to $20 a piece. That's how we ended up there.
You should know your presidential facts.
There you go. Saves your money.
Exactly.
Pays to be smart is what I told Megan. Life lesson. What's that?
Howard Taft?
I don't know his first name. I assume that's
William Taft.
William Taft.
William Taft. Yes. He was a large gentleman.
Yes, he was.
And he got stuck in the tub and could not get out.
I think he was from the state of Ohio.
I believe he was, yeah.
So, anyway, something else, and again, I got that from the radio station that we were mentioning earlier. They have, during whatever reason, President's Week or whatever, they had stuff like that.
Right.
So, all right, I have one news story left, and we have 15 minutes left.
That's perfect.
But I'm going to read this one because it'll help us get into the. I know I have a seeing eye horse in the vault. Somewhere in this vault here, we got a seeing eye horse.
You must get to the seeing eye vault, the seeing eye horse.
But here's one that kind of goes along with that. It's a news story.
Okay.
Police cited a sidewinding cowboy riding under the influence. Police wrote a $25 ticket in a strip mall parking lot after receiving reports that a cowboy couldn't stay in his saddle. The man told KUSA-TV he was just out for a joyride on his horse. Cricket.
Oh, cricket.
Police Sergeant Jeff Mozingo said Friday's drunken riding citation was the first he'd seen in 15 years of working in law enforcement. Riding an animal while under the influence is a Class B traffic violation.
Wow.
So, police said deciding what to do with the horse was a tricky call because a typical DUI case, you can tow a car. A local stable owner solved the problem by offering the man and his mount a ride home.
He better pony up and get a lawyer. Oh, that's what exhaustion will do. You're more corny than usual.
Now I gotta dig through all these hundreds of stuff, see if I can find the seeing eye horse. Trips down memory lane here.
Yes.
The plucky 86-year-old woman who beat a brother with her crutch.
Yes.
Let's see here. What? The superhero stories.
Did you see the link that I sent you? The news article I sent you this week?
No, I missed that.
I sent you an actual video from a news station from Ohio about shadow hair.
No.
Yes, I sent it to you.
I didn't make it to me. Maybe it's in my junk mail or something I didn't see.
Oh, surely I'm on your safe senders list.
Sure you are.
Anyhow, this was an actual clip on shadow hair.
Did we talk about that one?
I think you told me about it, but I don't think you did. Actually,
I think maybe we did.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
we're just so organized here.
we are.
Shadow hair. It mentions, oh my goodness, putting our listeners to sleep while I go with them. It mentions Wall Creeper and some of the other famous, the top tier, the legion of superheroes in our country. But it actually showed shadow hair and three of his superhero crime-fighting friends out in action. In North Carolina, you cannot legally make a citizen's arrest. There is no such thing.
Right.
However, in Ohio, you can make a citizen's arrest. It's tricky because if the person that you're arresting turns out to be innocent, then you could actually be charged with a crime yourself and also sued in a civil suit.
Right.
Which I think is a little bit unfair if you're really doing it in earnest.
Right.
Anyhow, Shadow here says that's not going to stop him.
No.
It's not, and he's 22. He has some rock and red tights and a cape and a mask. And he's got three friends, and they go around. They are fighting crime. They mean business. And I saw.
When they wear an outfit, you get to see their outfits.
Yes, you get to see them in person, out in action, fighting crime.
Wow.
Single-handed, well, eight-handedly.
Eight-handedly.
And they actually stopped by to one of the. Oh man, I want to kill that little dog next door. I really do. That sounds kind of weird coming from a dog lover, but it's not really a dog. It's a moth, and I don't like it. Anyhow, it showed part of the clip shows them handing their business cards to a police officer who was very appreciative of them lending a hand.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So, shadow hair.
Shadow hair.
If you are in Ohio, you can feel just a little bit safer.
My brother-in-law works in Cincinnati.
He does?
Yeah, and I feel a little safer for him.
And that's excellent.
He works for Procter & Gamble.
There you go.
Mr. Clean one, apparently.
Mr. Clean.
He was telling me all the different names for Mr. Clean in other countries, too. I wish I had him right now.
Clean?
Senor
Monsieur Clean. Oh, my Lord. Do you have that CNI horse?
I do. I found this thing higher story. It was the same week that we had the $200 traffic tickets that were sealed in plastic bags coated in urine. That's why we didn't get to it. The urine story took precedence over the thing.
That was a great story. It really was.
Story.
As great as CNI horses are, that was even better.
Yes. This happens in Fort Worth, Texas.
Okay.
What's a horse doing in a dairy aisle at Target?
That's a fair question.
Yeah, and then I'm talking about a full-size horse. We're not like a little miniature pony type thing. It's a full-size horse.
No Shetland pony.
No.
This is
in a grocery store, a Target, I guess.
Horse, probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this lady's up on this huge horse, reaching down to get stuff out of.
She's riding the horse.
Riding the horse in the store.
Wow. She may need a her around.
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna get stuff hard to get stuff off the bottom shelf. Last week we reported on the expanding list of service animals for the disabled, including ferrets, monkeys, and horses. The story has ignited a controversy among some in the disabled community who say using a horse to get around in a grocery store goes too far. So,
this is the actual disabled people that are turning on their own. Okay.
Maybe one of them said, might have to clean up the nest or something.
Right.
I don't know. Trixie. But my little horse sheet. Anyway, Trixie. I would like to be like this. Or a blind man walking behind the horse, stepping into a pile of.
Or walking head first
into the horse's rectum.
Yeah.
Trixie, the seeing eye pony. I said it was a full-size horse. I'm telling you, it was a big. I saw the picture of this horse, and it was a big old horse. This is the biggest pony I've ever seen.
At the carnival, the world's largest pony.
Horse.
And also the smallest horse.
Trixie the seeing eye pony knows Target like the back of her slip-proof pink boots. She means the world to me, said Tappa the Darling, Trixie's owner. Not just a working animal, but well, my friend. Darling is legally blind with a bone condition that she says can make walking painful. Oh my God. Christopher, that's awful. The Americans with Disability Act makes it illegal for stores to refuse entry to a service animal. But while Tabitha says Trixie is critical to her independence, she is now drawing fire from some accused of abusing the system. She doesn't need to be riding around like Lady Godiva in the story, said Carolyn Feinfrock. Feinfrock, I like that name, Feinfrock. Who has far less vision than Darling and uses a more traditional seeing eye dog in a wheelchair for mobility.
This seems more reasonable. I have to agree with this blind lady.
Feinfrock thinks licensing service animals users would eliminate. Oh, she thinks licensing service animal users would eliminate abuse.
Yes.
So, what about people who really can't walk? What about people who really can't see, she asked.
Because this lady is legally blind, which I am legally blind.
Yes.
Without my glasses, I am legally blind.
Yeah.
So that doesn't mean that she's actually blind.
No.
But she does have a bone condition.
She has a bone condition that, keeps her from walking.
Oh, man. The sleep deprivation has got to me. I apologize for that.
Laughing at a bone condition. A blind woman who has a bone condition, and you find that humorous somehow. I'm not going to ask you to explain what you found that so humorous.
I was thinking, I thought you said the pony had the bone condition. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, I was thinking of old mother. Texas
That's a different kind of service animal.
Texas is close to Mexico.
It's a different kind of servicing animal.
Go ahead. You said a pony, not a donkey. Okay, I'm sorry.
Speaking of Mexico,
Okay, well,
I have a story about Montezuma's revenge. And I printed this mainly because I've been a victim of that. Back when I came back from Acapulco. Acapulco. A man suffering from Montezuma's revenge is accused of assaulting a Delta flight attendant who blocked his way to a business class bathroom. He was arrested after his flight touched down in Atlanta and had spent 2 nights in jail before a federal magistrate granted bond. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported Delta spokesman Susan Elliott says the airline strictly follows Federal Aviation Administration policy that calls for passengers on international flights to use the lavatory in their seating class. The 43-year-old of Concord, Ohio, was unable to get to the proper lavatory because a beverage cart was blocking the single aisle of the Delta Boeing 737 jetliner. He told the Journal-Constitution that he became ill from a meal he had in Honduras and had no choice but to head for the business class bathroom. So I printed that up just so I could tell my story.
Okay.
From when I came back from Acapulco.
From Montezuma.
And I was fine, feeling good health. I didn't get sick the entire 2 weeks I was there. I think I drank a drink that had ice in it right before I left. I think that's where I got it. Wasn't being too careful. Landed in Greensboro, got in my car with the girl that I was seeing at the time, headed back to Ohio to visit my parents. we're on the way to Ohio. We stopped in Beckley, West Virginia. No, I'm sorry. We stopped in Charleston, West Virginia for the evening. Got up the next morning. I was sick as a dog. Diarrhea and vomit, like every 5 minutes, literally. I couldn't keep it. Something was coming out somewhere.
Right.
Okay. So she decides, well, I can't drive. She drives, right? And we're stopping like every 5 minutes, every gas station, every restaurant, whatever, for me to take care of business. Well, we're driving through Ohio, and she's speeding, trying to get to the next restroom for me to use, and I can't wait. And she's just going as fast, and she was speeding. And we get pulled over by a policeman. I get out of the car, and I am vomiting into the bushes right next to the car. I mean, at this point, I'm just throwing up stomach bile. I mean, it was just, and he still wrote her the ticket, which I thought was completely heartless.
You maybe should have thrown up on him.
I should have. I mean, that just made me so irritated. Here's somebody who's trying to do me a favor, and she ended up paying the consequence. Actually, I know what to go to the hospital after we got to Kettering. And have you get IVs.
Dehydrated.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Get IVs and fluids and whatnot. So that's why I printed that story.
I've never been to Honduras or Acapulco.
That was a cool trip. We actually I stayed in the presidential palace. Stayed in the bedroom that I was in.
Where Howard Taft stayed?
Why are you trying to say something about that?
I mean, William Taft? No, I'm just saying. Because it's a presidential palace, I was tying in.
You were the president of Acapulco or Mexico. So anyway, so there's a pool that went from outside into the bedroom that I was in. And there was a glass wall that went just into the water, so you can get up out of bed, dive into the pool, swim underneath the glass, and be outside.
Wow,
it was so cool.
That is very cool.
Anyway,
one day I hope to go to Nicaragua. Because that is where I was born. No.
Well, that's why you speak that fluently.
Yes. I am fluent in Spanish.
¿Dónde está el baño?
Yeah. Well, folks,
I have spoken Spanish, German, and Chinese. All in the same.
French. You said bonjour.
Oui. Now I have.
Yes, I am dead tired, and I was hungry until we had the story about vomit and diarrhea.
I'm going to end the story by saying ciao.
Ciao.
Arrivederci.
Ciao for our listeners in Sicily.
Yes.
Hello, our listeners in Sicily. Ciao.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. And we will see you guys on the other side. So, yeah, be with us next week where we're going to, we may have, I don't know, we didn't really have from Marriage Vault.
We only got 2 stories at the vault. We kind of teased them with it, and then
exactly.
only had 2 stories.
Like a classic bait and switch. Next week, I hope to have some audio on the comedian that talks about going to the carnival as a kid. It's quite amusing. So, awesome. You guys have a good evening, and send us an email, and come check us out next week. See ya.
This has been Blog Talk Radio's The Incoherent Ramblings of C&E. Christopher and Eric are your hosts, and we would like to thank you for listening to our show today. Don't forget to tune in for next week's show live from Greensboro, North Carolina, as we are every Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Hey, Bernice and Joy, tell everyone which power wheelchair got you to the Grand Canyon.
Hop around. Now I'm free to see the world.
With a hover